Hi there, this is David, and welcome to New RPG News. We have a lot of stuff to discuss today, from the obligatory SquareEnix stuff that I always talk about. We have some new Trinity Trigger news, which I'm super excited about. Some new updates to Batten Kaitos Remastered, some Kuro no Kiseki news, and a teaser of a possible new SMT game or a new port of SMT. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting with what is probably my most anticipated game right now, Final Fantasy XVI. There was like a media blitz a couple of days ago. A lot of information was released in regards to this game. A lot of gameplay and things like that. So we got like 45 something minutes of gameplay, as well as exploring a dungeon, mid-bosses, bosses, icon battles, and timely accessories. So if you go through and you watch the 45 minutes of gameplay, which I'm not going to show here because I don't have 45 minutes to show it to y'all, you're going to see the protagonist, Clive, his little doggy buddy, Torgal, and his companion, Sidolphus, yeah, Sid, and they go around and they fight, and then they do icon battles, and they summon, like, Ifrit and stuff. It's pretty neat, I've got to say. I'm still not entirely sold on the combat system and the single player only Clive no party system, but something that I thought was really interesting are these timely accessories. Instead of just choosing an easy, medium, or hard mode at the beginning of the game, they're kind of taking a page out of Forspoken's book, where you didn't have a difficulty level there either. You got to choose, down to the minutia, each individual little tiny thing that might help you do a little bit better in the game. So there's 5 different rings that you can equip, and there's the Ring of Timely Focus, which temporarily slows down time before an incoming attack, allowing you more time to react. The Ring of Timely Assistance removes the need for you to give Torgal battle commands manually. That one I might equip, depending on just how annoying it is to control Torgal. I'll have to play around with that and see how good his AI is, essentially, before equipping that ring. The Ring of Timely Strikes execute deadly combos by pressing only square. The Ring of Timely Evasion automatically dodges most incoming attacks. That, to me personally, whenever I'm playing action games, the one thing that I'm always terrible at is dodging. I am so bad at it, so I am definitely going to be equipping that ring. And then it says the Ring of Timely Healing automatically uses potions when HP drops below a certain threshold. That one I'm going to have to look and see. If the screen flashes red or something before, or whenever you're critical, then I can do the potions myself. But if it doesn't, or I forget or whatever, it might be nice just to have, that do automatically for me. So I think that's just some pretty interesting news there for Final Fantasy XVI, coming out on the PS5 only June 22nd. Speaking of June, well, we have some good news, maybe bad news, depending on how you're looking at it. I personally think that it's good news. The SquareEnix President Yosuke Matsuda is to be replaced by Takashi Kiryu. And this guy, I'm never going to pronounce their name correctly again, this guy has been in charge of Square Enix since April of 2013. So let's go back 10 years. That was whenever Final Fantasy kind of fell off the bandwagon, if you know what I mean, getting into, I guess, more style over substance. And they also went into those live games, those they were saying that they don't want to have people just play their games for fun. God forbid you play a game for fun. They wanted people to actively invest in the game or whatever, which was code for buy more shit, buy more DLC. Oh, and by the way, NFTs, everything. This is the guy who is completely behind NFTs and all that kind of stuff, and guess what? He gone, bitch. Bye. Get out. Leave. Get out the door. I don't want you. I don't want your NFTs. I don't want your live action bullshit. I don't want your nickel and diming DLC like what happened with Babylon's Fall and the Chocobo GP, all that kind of stuff. Yo, gone. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. The DFL Chronicle is getting a free update. A free update? Who knew? Oh my god, a free update. We can actually support our games and make them better for free. Hey, awesome. It has a new scenario, new difficulty mode, new weapon types, and more. and it's launching March 5th, which is today as I record it, but yesterday, whenever you all see it, you know, future time and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, what you're going to be getting is a new scenario called Walter Quinn's Story, a new difficulty mode, very hard, which I think is pretty decent because a lot of people were saying that this game was way too easy. There's a new weapon type, the Magical Tomb, a new game plus difficulty, and extra mode. So that's pretty sweet. I actually kind of enjoyed this game. It is a strategy game, but it's not turn-based. It's more real-time strategy in the same vein as something like, say, Ogre Battle or Growlancer, something like that. And I've got to say, of all the characters in DFL Chronicle, Walter Quinn was easily the most interesting one of the bunch. Just a bitch on wheels, and I loved her. We have a release date as well as a new PC version for Trinity Trigger. I cannot wait for this game to come out. It's coming out April 25th in North America, May 16th in Europe, and I believe that the PC version is also coming out May 16th worldwide, just, you know, wherever you live, wherever you happen to live. It's coming out for the PS5, PS4, and Switch as well, but we didn't know that there was going to be a PC version, but hey, now we do. This game came out back in September over in Japan to critical acclaim, and it's basically what Secret of Mana should have been after Trials of Mana. Like, they should have kept on going in the same vein as Secret of Mana and Trials of Mana, but they didn't. They got way too experimental, way too quickly, and Mana kind of fell off the cliff. So this has a star-studded group. It says including people from Secret of Mana, Xenoblade, and Octopath Traveler is all behind it. And it's supposed to have, it says, combining the look and feel of iconic RPGs of the 90s. That's me. With an emphasis on fast-paced, customizable combat, 3 heroes, 8 weapons, 8 elements. This is Secret of Mana in all but name, and I cannot wait! Another game from Furyu, Cry Makina. We have a little bit of information here. This is an action RPG due out this fall worldwide for the PS5, PS4, Switch, and PC. I'm just going to read over a couple of the highlights right here. It says the concept of combat is exhilarating and cathartic battle. In addition to unleashing exhilarating combos while switching between close range and ranged attacks, you can get a taste of catharsis through perfect dodges and counters to parry enemy attacks. By defeating enemies, the player collects family machines which float on the back of the character. There are over 70 different family machines, each with different appearances and performances, and they can be swapped in different combination on your left and right sides. You'll also be able to equip strengthening items called sentiments, which will allow you to adjust your skills and stats to fit your strategy. Then it says, some humans retain human mental data called personality data. By analyzing that data, you can obtain special items that are useful in combat, as well as story-related scenarios about the data. So this looks pretty interesting, almost like a Tales sort of game. I'm personally looking forward to more, and Furyu is quickly becoming one of my favorite developers and publishers around. So while this does look a bit darker than what I would normally play, I am interested in seeing more. We have some new news on the Baten Kaitos 1 and 2 HD Remastered. It's going to be including some pretty cool quality of life improvements, such as the ability, and you can toggle this at any time, to turn on or off enemy encounters. To be able to just instantly kill enemies with a single strike. That to me kind of sucks, but whatever. In order to increase the game speed from 100% to 200% to even 300%, same thing with battle speed. It says a simple battle results display, switch to a simpler display of mid-battle results after every turn, and an auto-battle feature, which enables battles to be played automatically. This features like a card-based battling system, which was very involved. So if you ever had to grind, like grinding took forever. So I might turn on that instant KO or something like that for the grinding sessions. But otherwise, most of these things I probably won't use. Well, maybe the game speed. That might be kind of nice, I've got to say. I'm totally looking forward to this one. This is interesting. NIS America is publishing The Legend of Heroes Kuro no Kiseki on PC via Steam, but it's only in Japanese! Yeah, I know. By the way, this is not Trails into Reverie. We're so behind on Trails right now. This is the latest one taking place in Calvard, which is Erebonia's rival from the Cold Steel series. So we're like, what, 3-something issues behind at this point? But I think that the reason why NIS America published Kuro no Kiseki on Steam is because a lot of people. How do I say this? Let me just flat out say it. A lot of people pirate these games. They go through and they purchase it, or they somehow get it on PC, and then they use some sort of translation mod because they're so behind. They use some sort of translation mod, and then they play it in English, and then it kind of cannibalizes sales from NIS America. But they're thinking, you know what? Hey, if we go ahead and we publish it on Steam, and all these pirates are going to get it anyway from Steam, and then they're going to translate it, at least we're getting it from them whenever they purchase it on Steam the first time, even if we don't get it whenever we publish it in English officially. I hope that makes sense. But that is what I am thinking, why they went ahead and published it there. I'm looking forward to Reverie coming out this summer. I do wish that they would hurry up with these releases. I mean, if the fans can translate them before the official company can translate them, why doesn't the official company, hire some of the fans to do it? I mean, they did that back with the Ease releases, and that was Falcom 2 on the PSP. So I don't know why they wouldn't do that here. That's just me, just saying. It's the 30th anniversary of SMT, and a website has popped up to celebrate that. It says a large-scale event commemorating the 30th anniversary of Shin Megami Tensei will be held from May 5th to May 6th of this year. In this event, we'll focus on the stage where you can fully enjoy the music of the series, sell original goods such as reprinted items, and exhibit the world view of the work. So that's pretty cool. And I don't think it's just going to be this one little celebration. This is a major series, long-running series, akin to Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy. This series has been around forever. And I think that they're going to do something special for it. Maybe we're going to see an announcement of a Shin Megami 6. Maybe we're going to see a port of Shin Megami Tensei 5, because it was only released on the Switch, if you remember. Maybe bring that over to PS4, PS5, or the PC. Maybe remaster or remake some of the older games in the series. Maybe release a collection of the older games in the series that we never got. The games on the NES and SNES that were never released over here in America. Maybe finally release those here. That would be pretty cool. But this is obviously a Japanese-focused celebration, so, take it all with a grain of salt. But we'll see. I just think that this is interesting, and I just wanted to bring it to your attention. So that's it for this week's news. Let me know what you enjoyed the most. Let me know if there's anything that I haven't covered. Let me know if there's anything that you want for me to cover. And as always, have a good day.